Yeah. Ooh. So, I have a group chat. There's a group chat. It's of my friends. It's for my friends from my country. Um, they they were laughing. They were
United
laughing.
fans.
Then they said, "Yeah, United fans." They were even one of my friends who is cool all the time. He's an Arsenal fan. His colors came out. The Arsenal fans also their colors came out. Don't smoke. They started saying, "Oh, do you remember this guy when Haaland scores? He puts Haaland scored. He puts Haaland pictures. Now look at him. They all were laughing. And I remember I wrote a message in the group chat that lads, this is tough. This is bad. It's going bad." Um, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not gonna lie. Some City fans will lie, say they had hope. I'm sorry, the hope was gone. The hope was gone. My hope was gone. Don't smoke. I'm sorry, the hope was gone. And when I went on Twitter, that's why I wrote that message to you. Don't smoke. That have you seen Pep out on Twitter? People were writing Pep out on Twitter. So City fans, let's not sit here, some of us, and say we didn't lose hope. Don't smoke. It looked like it's one of those matches against Spurs again. It looked like one of those matches where we just give it to Spurs. After we played well, we make silly mistakes and Spurs just dunk on us. Because that's been the issue for years. Don't smoke. Spurs have
Patrick.
never been better than City. You know what? Spurs have
You know,
never been better than City. You know what I mean? Go
you,
ahead.
you, you, you know what gave me hope, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, having Haaland and Alvarez on the pitch, right? I was like, all the goal scorers are on the pitch, right? Because if you remember correctly, right, our problem with Spurs normally is we don't finish our chances. That's normally our problem with Spurs. Whenever we play Spurs, we always have people who miss chances. So all is new. The thing is, when they scored us the second one, I was like, shit, we have to score 3 goals, right? So now, now the thing is, I basically closed my phone. I don't want to hear from anyone. I closed my
Mhm.
phone, didn't go on Twitter, didn't go on WhatsApp. Like I don't want to hear anything. If this game ends as a loss, I'm just gonna go wrap myself in bed. I won't even talk to my girlfriend. I'm like,
It,
I'm
it,
not
it was it
speaking
was
to
bad, man. Don't let's not lie to each other.
man.
Those two
I
those
didn't
two
want to talk
minutes
to
those two
anyone.
minutes were bad. They were bad.
You know, I didn't want to speak to anyone. Basically, I put my phone in do not disturb. I put my phone in do not disturb. I'm like, I don't want to go to Twitter. I don't want to hear anything. There'll be no streams, nothing. I'm just gonna do this, try do something else, eat something, and then go to bed. And I'll see everything tomorrow. And then that first goal. The only hope was because normally whenever we go behind, Alvarez is never on the pitch. And
Mhm.
Alvarez gave me hope. I won't lie to you, right? As much as we weren't playing the best, we weren't being overrun through midfield, which normally we do when KDB is on, right?
Mhm.
Then the energy was there from Haaland. I mean, from Alvarez. Shout out to Alvarez, man. And shout out to Pep for having courage to put both of them on the field with a Mahrez and a Grealish. Yeah, but things were looking bad. I won't lie to you. Half time, I was like, and what's worse? Spurs plays better second half than first half. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? We are finished. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm like, it's one of those again.
Nah, man. Let's be honest. Let me just read the comments. Daniel says Haaland makes us worse. That's what people told me. We are brilliant to deal with him in the team because the players behind him did their job sharp and quick passing energy from the wings. Bush, big up to you, man. Go subscribe to Bush's channel. Big up to you. Here is spiders and webs. That's for Alvarez. Big up Mahrez is fire. Sophia, go subscribe to Sophia's channel. Thank you very much, Sophia. Flobo says, "Come on, City. This beat though, yeah, it's a very good beat, Sophia. And we're big up to you, Sophia. Wow, Patrick. Wow, I beg, please react to Pep's post match. I'll react to it tomorrow. I'll react it to me tomorrow because I want to just do this video with Don't Smoke and then we can continue popping bottles. Let's just see this. Come on, City by McLovin. This guy has come out of the slump. I see. Man, it was bad, Annie. As Don't Smoke says, I didn't want to see anybody. Don't Smoke. I was like, this is Yeah, Patrick had no hope. I had no hope. Man, people don't get it. Don't smoke. People are trying to say, "Oh, you guys just lost faith easily. Don't smoke." We've seen that
No.
script with Spurs. Haven't we seen that script before? Even
Yeah,
2-1, even after 2-2,
yeah.
I've seen that script before where Harry Kane scored a 3-2.
Late Kane
We've
header,
seen this
yeah.
with Spurs. Yeah, that's why City fans we're not confident because we've seen this multiple times. Go ahead, don't smoke.
Regarding the booing, I was telling, I think it's more of the performance, right? Especially coming after the United loss and the men, because we considered like 2 goals in 3 minutes again. So it was like, this is, and my God, Edison, man, like that guy needs an inter. You're on mute. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, man, that Edison thing, man, that was too casual. And there was
Yeah.
somebody's pressing Rodri. Come on, I know he does that as a risk, but the press was too close.
Normally what saves Edison from slander is his distribution because nobody's not he's
Mhm.
not a good shot stopper. So now when that's also because if you notice, Kane was actually pressing Edison because he realized that he's suspect. And normally players don't press Edison. That just shows you that he's been sussed out that he's not really in form even and Edison without distribution is an average keeper. Let's be honest. Without his distribution is just he becomes average because that's what makes us tolerate him because of his distribution. And without that man, he just becomes a Bravo 2.0 man. And I was pissed, man. Those
Yeah, but to
two,
be
the way
honest,
we could go on.
yeah, the way it considered was disappointing, and let's be honest, it was bad. I was really sad listening to Pep. These players don't deserve to be bored. Looks like City fans are plastic. No, 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 Victor, it deserved the ball. I'm sorry, guys. Let me speak to you. I know what the City team has done for the fans, but that boo did not just come from this game. That boo has been kept inside, isn't it? Don't smoke. It's been kept inside since
Yeah, no,
Brentford.
it's been
Because
brewing for a
Brentford,
long time, man.
yeah. But the ball was kept inside. Brentford, we lost, and people said, "Oh, they're focusing on the World Cup." Then the drew against Everton. Then they lost to Southampton with one shot. Then the United won. I think it was what happened to them within those 2 minutes. The fans were like, "You know what? We've given you." Sometimes that boo wakes up a team. You know that
Yes,
don't smoke.
it
I
did.
have seen boos wake up
It
the team.
did.
Madrid were booed, and they woke up. Today, Madrid were losing 2-0, by the way, and
Yeah.
they came back and won the game. I think so. When people get bored sometimes it wakes you up. I'm sorry, don't smoke. I don't know, other fans are trying to start bringing this plastic thing, but at the end of the day we're also
Nah, man.
humans.
They
We saw our
deserve it.
team within 2 minutes concede 2 goals before halftime. 2 minutes.
It was a very toothless performance, especially. Hence, I was saying, like, especially that whole back line. Sorry, but I must say, Akanji for me, no, that guy, his sense of awareness is very low, man.
He is good, but he cannot finish a full game. Like Akanji is good and excellent, but
He
his
loses concentration.
concentration goes off. Yeah, he loses concentration.
Yeah, it's too much, man. Like,
Yeah,
You know
like man,
what?
to be honest with you, I don't mind the booing, man. I don't mind the booing. I think the fans had the right to boo. It's a Thursday. I think boo. I think the boo woke them up. I think I've never seen City fans boo the team like that. There's been a long time since I saw boos to our own players. So I think that boo was also very beneficial. That's just my opinion because guys, I'm telling you, we saw it against Madrid before where our team just went to shit and conceded City goals. Like that was going bad. Anyway, Veta, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks. Uh, what a game! What a game, man. You know what? It's too dark in my car. Let me turn the camera off. Where do I start? I think you guys were talking about the booing in Akanji. I think
Yeah. One
Akanji.
of one of one of one of the guys was saying we're booing. It shows how plastic City fans are. I was like, no, it's not about being plastic. I think fans were really pissed off by the
Yeah,
performance within
it
that
would.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have come across. It would have come across plastic if they continued booing at the start of the second half. Like they didn't give the
Mm-hmm.
players a chance to fight back. But the way we
Mm-hmm.
ended that half, absolutely, you got to
It
let the
was
fans know
bad.
like that's unacceptable, guys. You can't. And
Yeah.
and I said this. Ederson is way too cavalier. He's way too nonchalant with that pass. He sees the entire
Yeah.
pitch. Him giving
Yeah.
Rodri that ball. is not helping him at all. So he was definitely at fault for that. But what I wanted to say was how we were playing in that first half was promising, with the exception of not taking those chances. There's passes that we're still not taking. Release that ball. Let's see if Alvarez can get to it. Let's see if Holland can get a foot to it. Maybe the defender fouls him. Maybe the defender messes up with a touch. But like let's test that. And we did that second half, but we definitely should have been doing more of that in that first half. So the fans not being happy, I can understand.
Yeah, like it's fair, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, can I just touch that point? And I think that shows you the difference between Akanji and Laporte. Laporte is not scared to pass that ball first time. That's what I admire about Laporte. Courage. Whereby Akanji is a bit more hesitant, and then that allows the opposition defense to realign. Laporte will put that ball through. And we saw when Ake Dan put that ball for Haaland, and that's when he got his first chance. You have forwards who are good with their movements and they're quick. Put the ball, let them go down the channel, and they're good at that. So I think at times we need to mix it up, man. Not always try this death by 1,000 cuts. No, like when there's an opportunity, put the ball through, man.
Victor, I think you are a Liverpool fan. How we play the Etihad and you don't even know who is home or not. I can guarantee if the off situation at Man United happens at the Etihad, the goal would probably not stand. Man United get favored, man. Victor, relax. We won the game. Someone said Arsenal are gonna pay for their crimes. Patrick Dawn Smoke. Pray we gift you a present on Sunday. I see that's gonna be a draw. Hello, how you doing, man? How you doing, Snoopy GGG, man? How you doing? Chelsea OG, man. How you doing, big up, brother? You good? Igal's stream was fun tonight. Yeah, Igal's stream was good, man. Go watch the show, man, on Igal's channel. Congrats. Please be real fans. Cry more, Wantali. Cry more. You were happy when City were losing. You were busy talking about Haaland. Now cry more. Let's see you get slapped by Arsenal this Sunday. I don't like how Edison got up and pointed at Rodri as if he was wrong. Rodri wasn't wrong. I think, look, there was 4 players that sort of cocooned us better in the box. I think he should have dinked it. You know what I mean? Did you notice that Edison stopped passing close? Because I think Pep told him that I think they're pressing you with 4 players. Be careful. Then he started dinking it over the players. Then that comeback was so Tottenham like, yeah, that's true. Chelsea OG, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm going to follow you, and I'm also going to follow your channel, man. One tally, I have receipts. Patrick was pissed. I was very pissed off. I can admit that. But we're still second on the table after winning 4 out of 5 playoffs. I'm a City fan. We are all City fans, man. Man like Veta. Annie says hello there. I think so. Ake thinks defensive solid. Yeah, Ake was very good. Patrick, those boos were needed. But the fans did not encourage the players. First half was like even people. Pep said the players needed a few fans care. Look, man. At the end of the day, City fans. I think for me personally, I'm gonna defend the City fans. As I said, this has started since Brentford. City fans have still been showing Brentford. They're saying World Cup, but they concentrated the World Cup. Everton. So I think those boos and the anger has been inside. It finally came out today. And that's what happened. So, guys, let's move on to the players, guys. Lewis, Son did not have a sniff. I repeat this. Veta and Don't Smoke. Lewis, man marked Son. He was everywhere Son was. And my God, okay, let me not speak much. Have we found a baller, guys? Have we found the first team right back? Because with Lewis, we look different. But also, let me just talk. That's Lewis, man. This kid, man, he just turned 18. Whoever saw this, guys? Veta, did you ever see this? You know myself, I'm a youth merchant. I never saw this one coming. But Lewis looks solid. Son did nothing.
I can't lie to you, man. If I said I saw anything remotely close to this, I'd be lying. He's having a fantastic start to first team play for us, and you can see how much Pep trusts him, because Son, despite him being off the season or not being at his level, he's still dangerous. He's still a threat. Yeah. And the fact that he chose him not to deal with his pace and even his trickery was really good. And the thing that the thing that sometimes some of our fans and even rivals don't recognize is when you have a player that can be so threatening offensively in a defensive position, it puts another level of stress on the team. And to use Liverpool's example with Trent, the reason why Trent gets so much freedom and he's able to kind of like pinpoint some of those passes and have the time that he has is because a winger is not accustomed to man marking, right? A winger is usually falling back and playing into space. They don't want to have to mark a man up and down the pitch. So Trent as creating that problem for Liverpool, and we have that. We're having that in Rico right now because Rico can drop into the inverted role and he's so comfortable on the ball. But then also we see him defend, being right in the pocket of Son, and that was man. I love seeing it. I was cheering every time he was doing his defensive role as well as his offensive role.
And have you noticed teams are trying to manhandle him and they're failing and they're targeting him.
Yeah.
Don't smoke. They're targeting him. Chelsea, Liverpool, they're targeting this kid, and he finds a way to get out of it. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I'm just too hyped. Every time I've seen this kid, I have doubted him in my heart, saying, "Oh my God, this is Salah. Oh my God, this is Chamberlain. Or this is who? Oh my God, this is
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Chelsea still." But this kid is surprising me. I'm sorry, this kid is surprising me.
Patrick, when Egan Riley was sent on loan, right? I knew that you know what, like that guy should actually look for a new position because, and I would have said it like regarding Pep. With Pep, it's not about age. If you're good enough, you'll play. Right? This is always the myth of what you call this, or people who criticize Pep that no, he doesn't give academy lads enough exposure. I'm like, no. If you're good enough for Pep, you will play. And Pep knows good footballers. Trust me. Pep can just needs a few sessions and be like, you know what? You belong here. And he didn't even spend time in the EDS. So it was under 18 straight into the first team. And that just shows you that at the end of the day, our structure is still good enough that if there are kids who are good enough through the academy, that there's a passage straight into the first team. And that's encouraging for kids who will come after him. Right? Because you must remember all these kids after him are looking like, okay, is there a possibility that I can break into the first team if I'm good and there'll be no politics?
Especially this particular one where he skipped the ADS. Because I told you this one, he skipped the ADS,
You know, because Pep could play politics and be like, you know what, Cancelo is here and he's older than you. And he's like, no. If you're good enough and you have the right attitude, for Pep, you're going to play. And this kid, like, I just saw him for me, this season was just the Bayern Munich game. The way he went through so many people, I was like, no, this kid has the confidence, courage, and the skill and ability.
He's got the dog in him.
Exactly. And this is what we need, especially in our backline. And we saw it today, right? Man, that people are not even speaking about that block that he made for that Perisic. That could have been a
game-winning block, man.
That was a block because I trust me, I didn't trust Edison in that situation. I don't care what Edison was doing. There's too many times where I've seen Edison slide at the ball hits him and it bounces into the net. So he saved us one there, man. Great game once again, man. And it only gets better for him right now, man. Good things.
What about yourself, Hamza? What are your thoughts on this kid?
Oh, Rico Lewis. This kid, man. Every game he plays, he's just playing well. It looks like he's just getting better and better, Patrick. I'll be honest. I feel like you know what, he could be a long-term replacement for Kyle Walker. You know that. Let's just gamble with it. Let's not buy a right back. Forget the right back. But if Kyle Walker gets injured, let's just get another young right back in as well, and have a bit of competition with Rico Lewis because that will help Rico Lewis, upper his game. Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather get a left back and then have Cancelo and Rico Lewis competing?
But the thing is, we've got Gomez though, man. I feel like we need to be patient. Like Gomez, he can become good, man. He can. Look.
Maybe as a winger.
Don't do that, man. It's year one for Gomez. Give him a chance.
Don't smoke. Give the kid a chance. Give the kid a chance.
Veta, the same way we say we can see that a kid is a baller, we can also see a kid who won't make it, right? And I can tell you now that
but this kid has been in the system, don't smoke, and that's why he's got an advantage.
No, wait, forget the system, right? I'm talking about bare fundamentals, right? You can see that, you know what?
Okay, cool.
The other side of the pitch,
I get where you're coming from, Don. Right? Okay, I'll give you an example. When Cancelo came in, right? No, sorry, not Cancelo. Why am I saying Cancelo? Zinchenko. When he came, he wasn't good the first year. I was slating him. I was slating him after
No,
the
but
second
Zini
year.
had some brain in him, right? Like,
but look,
from what
you
I've
don't
seen,
understand. Yeah, but what Pep's done is, when he's got rid of Zinchenko, what he did with Zinchenko, he's gonna do on Gomez. And I feel like Gomez will be a good player. We just need to be patient. We've got him. We've got Cancelo. At the right back position is Kyle Walker and Rico Lewis. Keep that. If Kyle Walker gets injured or in the summer we end up getting rid of him, then get another right back in to compete with Rico Lewis. But I want Rico Lewis there. Keep him.
Yeah, man.
I want to say this.
You know
Let's
what's
trust
funny?
him.
You know what's funny
Liverpool,
is
Liverpool did it with Trent. Why can't we do it?
I was actually funny enough for what I've seen. I actually trusted S Brand more than Gomez.
Thank you.
I did
That's
trust
true.
S Brand more
Yeah.
than Gomez.
That's a good shout. That's a good
Brand
shout.
looks
That's a
like-
good shout.
yeah,
That's a good shout.
No, that's a good shout. No, it's a good shout.
No, you see, Hamza, that's my problem. We can't have too many small players in defense, right? The last thing I want,
balls over the top, isn't it? They just do balls over the
the
top.
balls over the top. And the thing is, if he was lightning quick, at least I'd be like, you know what, he's not so good, but his recovery. There's so many times I've seen him defend, and it's just a red card waiting, right? And I'm like,
he's defending.
Yeah, but I think he's going to don't smoke. He's going to improve though. I think he is.
But the thing is, his size. I'm saying there's so many things to his disadvantage that I'm looking at. They're gonna bully. You see, he's not as strong as Rick. Man, like I don't want to be in a Champions League final again. And then what happened? No, like I want a left back who can defend. Like I'm tired of these I want a left back. Like,
can we? Okay.
So what left back? What left back would you want?
Look.
Tell me. Which right back? Which left back
I
can defend and attack? Tell me. Give me one now. Who would you sign in the summer right now?
Robinson from thing.
Yeah, but you can't
Fulham.
do that. Yeah, but let's be realistic. We can't do that. Let's be honest.
No,
Let's be realistic.
I'd even say Bona. Do you know Sosa, the Croatian guy from Stuttgart?
Bona Sosa.
Sosa. Yeah.
And that guy he's over 6 feet. He's over 6
he's
feet.
good. He's good.
Thank you. Like,
Okay, guys,
He's good.
we're gonna have to move. We're gonna have to move over to this guy. My God, man.
Grealish. Yeah, man.
I know it gave him stick, but guys, this is what we've wanted. Did you see the tracking back? This guy.
Yep.
And
Patrick, I said this and I'll say this a million times. I said this at the start of the season, towards the start. I said Grealish as a number 8 would work because he can defend. Look, he's shown us he can defend. At times,
did you notice that when he carries the ball, Hamza, the way he carries
the
ball,
even when he carries
when he was,
like when he carries it, we can rely on him to take people on because he will win a foul.
Oh, I know that I called this man a donkey, but
yes,
let him prove me wrong.
Best players.
Apologize.
Yeah, you gotta apologize.
I did. Not yet.
No. You have to now.
You said not yet.
Not yet. You have to.
Not yet.
No, but we said this, right? The disadvantage for Grealish and Mahrez was the fact that we weren't playing fullbacks in their natural positions, and you saw in the second half, right, when Lewis was actually when Pep said stop inverting and actually push up, we got the better out of them. So hence I was always saying that it's not that they're not good, but the combination isn't best for them. That's all we said. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, Grealish, our only criticism of Grealish was show more intent. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, you're right. Like what he was doing today, he should just do that more. And if he does that more, I think most of the fan base is going to be happy. Even Riyad Mahrez was tracking back today. Like all we want is aggression because we know Mahrez and Grealish have got the ability. So we wanted to see the ability. But anyway, let's move on to the guy who I think wherever Kao is sitting is sipping some whiskey and smiling. This guy.
Julian Alvarez.
How long have we been saying Hamza, Veta, and Don play Alvarez with Haaland? He will do the legwork and he will just give the ball to Haaland. Did you see this guy was everywhere?
Aguero Jr.
Man, Aguero never did that legwork. Hamza, Aguero never did this legwork.
He did early. No, Patrick, early. He did.
Yeah, he did.
Aguero was all over the pitch as a young man.
Young.
Yeah,
but I'm saying the legwork we saw today from this guy. My God.
Yeah, but Aguero, fans. You
No,
know,
I
going
remember
spoilers
Prime
over, but
Aguero, but
I
this
want
guy,
Julian
man.
Alvarez to just stay. Like, do an Aguero. Be another Aguero for us. Just stay, because this kid is special, Patrick.
Would you be
Vader,
pissed
Dom,
off
you
if you
guys
saw
know
him
him.
on the bench in the Wolves game, Hamza?
Would I have been pissed? What, sorry?
If you saw him on the bench in the Wolves game after today's performance,
I'll be annoyed, because
You know what?
he's
No, but
playing well.
hold on. If
Go
he
on,
rests
go on.
him for Wolves, but plays him because after Wolves is FA versus Arsenal, no?
Well, then I can see that then.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
that's an
upset.
exception. That's an exception then, yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
that's
no,
true,
no,
actually. Yeah, we are playing Arsenal after.
the thing
Yeah,
is
yeah,
this,
yeah.
right?
I
The thing
wouldn't
is,
mind that.
our midfield was actually better with him playing the support striker role, and I've been
yeah,
saying
it
it
was,
for
yeah.
time.
Those
In
legs.
a sense that normally with KDB and Gundo we get overrun in midfield, and today they didn't overrun us because we had legs there, and you saw it. And I feel as if the only thing missing today was probably maybe a Laporte for Akanji, and man, I'd trust that lineup against any team. The same lineup we had, just swap Akanji for Laporte.
Or
You have
Ruben Diaz.
Stones.
I mean, we've
Or
got Ruben
Diaz, or
Diaz.
Ruben Diaz.
No. I
Ruben
don't.
Diaz.
No. Listen, there's a reason why I'm saying this. The issue is with Stones and Laporte, I'll build up. The thing is, by having by having who's this? By having Ake, we're already defensive because the left back won't push up, right? They'll basically tuck into a 3, and Rico will invert to make it a 2 with Rodri. So if you have Laporte, the build up is perfect. Because today the only thing that, with Akanji, Akanji and Ake at the same side, the build up is a bit slower. But put Laporte there, man, I feel as if I'll be confident with that team going forward. Then KDB can come off the bench.
I get what you mean. Like, but
Oh yeah, this. Go ahead, Hamza. Go ahead.
go ahead, Patrick. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Hamza. Go ahead. Finish, man. Finish.
You know what it is? I was just thinking, with this, obviously it's not about Julian Alvarez, but like with Riyad Mahrez in the. Actually, you know what? We'll talk about that after. Let's talk about Alvarez.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mahrez
with
is there.
Alvarez.
Do you know what?
yeah,
There's Don't Smoke. Do you see this? Somebody says, I want Don't Smoke to speak on this. Am I the only one who realizes that City play a back 4 and Nico goes back to RB? City players look comfortable with the ball, which is true. I think so. I think Pep should.
That was the
Guys,
second half. The second
Yeah,
half.
but I'm saying this tucking in of a 4-back. I don't know. Is it
But
working?
there's a reason why. There's a reason why they were doing it. The reason
I
why
know
they were
there's a
doing
reason
it,
why, but why does the team look more comfortable when we split the 4-backs and tell them to go back to their natural position?
the issue is
Why
this,
are we
right?
okay? Why are we more
No.
attacking when the two
I was about
go
to
back
say
to the
this.
normal position?
Alvarez in the middle allowed us to do that because normally when you play a back 4, right, and let's say Gundo Bernardo drops, that means you only have in the middle you have KDB and Haaland. Now KDB doesn't have the legs to cover that position, hence we get overrun in midfield. That's why Pep inverts Rico to add more bodies. Whereby today
In the middle, yeah, he said that in the interview. Yeah, I
Alvarez,
said that.
because of Alvarez's endurance, right? It allowed us to play a proper 4. So it's a matter of if you play KDB, then you can't afford it. It becomes hard to do it because then now you need someone who's gonna help KDB run in the middle. Whereby Alvarez showed he can run that cam role all on his own.
Oh, cool. Big up to you, Annie, man. Thank you very much, man. All the best at work, man. Big up to you, Patrick. I swear, I believe we come back at halftime. I have proof. I said it in Discord. I will send proof, man. You don't need to send proof, man. If you believe, big up to you because I'm being honest. I don't like lying. I'll say this on camera. City fans, when it was 2-0 with those City goals we conceded, I was like, my God, is this team actually going towards the rebuild people are talking about? Is it going under transition? Are we that bad at this point in time? And I gave up. And as I said, I'm in a group full of United fans. They were enjoying themselves. Right now, they're not. Wagwan Blues. How you doing, man? Tyrone, how you doing? Let's read this comment. Patrick, if Alvarez doesn't start the next games, I'll report Pep to the football police. Alvarez is candidate starter alongside Haaland. Do you know what Alvarez brings, Veta? Before we move on to the other guys on the game, I think it's the legs Don't Smoke is talking about, but also I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I think he does the work that Pep needs him to do. I Haaland doesn't have to do sometimes. I think Haaland is a killer, right? And Alvarez is also a killer. Having Alvarez there is more scary because he does the pressing, and Haaland was pressing the other side. Because I think you notice that when Alvarez started pressing very highly, you notice that Haaland upped his game too. Don't smoke. There's a part where I saw Haaland
Yeah.
pressing with intensity too, because I think you become lonely up there. And when you're pressing De Bruyne, I'm sorry, guys, De Bruyne sometimes he's our star, but De Bruyne's press sometimes is just, you know what I mean? It's like that. It's until sometimes De Bruyne has the energy. So I think the energy was bouncing off to Haaland from Alvarez. I saw Haaland running now, also running very fast. So I think it was a masterclass having both on the pitch, which City fans have been saying. I'm pretty sure, as I said, there's somebody smoking a cigar right now, watching with a whiskey. That's his name is Carl. Said, I've been telling you so. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm going to enjoy watching this game a second time. And I'm not claiming to be no tactical, but I do like looking back to see patterns of play.
Are you going to watch the first half, or you're just going to skip to
I'm watching. No, I'm watching the whole thing. I watched the whole thing. I actually got a little diary next to me that I jotted down some things on. But the thing that was really cool to see was you saw Haaland looking over his shoulder before pressing, and you saw the same from Alvarez. It's almost like they were connected on a string with how they were moving and applying pressure. And what I also liked too was they picked their spots. It wasn't just recklessly sprinting at their top speed to close in on the keeper. It was set. And I like that. It's showing that they're becoming a lot more familiar with each other as a team as well. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, what's Haaland, 6'4", 6'5"? For him to have to cover the way, Pep probably wants him to do is difficult. But to have a partner do it,
it's not possible.
Exactly. To have a partner do it is amazing. The one thing I would love to see a little more from Haaland is when the ball is getting switched around a lot, it's just I'd like to see him be a little quicker to maybe put a defender on his back to to just
100%.
force him to not, like, the defender has to go through him, but he's also able to angle and maybe get a pass through, because I'm seeing so many gaps where Gundogan kind of has the ball, or Rodri could just do a little, just can kind of like just lay it off a little bit through the channels. So once they get a little more familiar, man, it's going to be dangerous, and it's never
it'll be cool.
because,
Yeah, it'll be cool. You're right, and I think Haaland is not in 100% form, because the Haaland we saw in the beginning of the season put some of those chances away where he tried to body the defender. I think a confident Haaland hits it first time. Even Gary never said it. There's a comment here. I just want to see. Been saying it. Give him time. Spider-Man will come good. Don't sleep on Julian Alvarez. So Julian Spider-Man Alvarez. Yeah, nobody's been sleeping on him, man. Te amo, Julian, at 22. At a World Cup, he did what Tevez, Aguero, Higuain all failed to accomplish alongside Messi. I say that also, that this kid has accomplished why Dybala failed and everything. Patrick Pep is tucking in his fullbacks and wingers, invented for control. Ancelotti is rent-free in his mind. I think he was trying this. Yeah, he tried this after the thing. He tucked both of them in the Newcastle game. We should play 3-2-3-3, exactly like we did today. Oh, very good, very good. I didn't even look at that. The tactician is not here today. Maybe with Calvin and Rodri as CDM. I would like to see Calvin Phillips. I want Calvin Phillips to get to his feet, because we're going to need him. Rodri cannot play all these games.
It's
Guys,
fine.
Messi was walking next to Alvarez.
Sorry, Patrick. I was just going to say, he said Rodri and Calvin Phillips. It's fine. We're going to have Rodri and Bellingham there anyway. It's all right. Even if that happens.
Yeah. Guys, Messi was walking next to Alvarez. Yeah, you see, this is what I'm talking about. You see, like, Messi was just walking in that game, but every time Messi has never had people with legs too, like people who can run for him. But Alvarez was doing the dirty work, pressing, going to get the ball. Like, this is what I like about Alvarez. It's Jesus, but Jesus who can score. You get it?
Yeah.
It's as if Messi just needed somebody like Alvarez who can do a job for two people, like the way Kante was doing at Chelsea, where Kante would do a job for two people. You'll be a striker, but he will also get the ball for you. Some of these skilled players like Haaland, or these killers like Haaland and Messi, they need somebody like that sometimes, somebody who just does the dirty work like that and gives you the goal. And the fact that he's the one who scored the first goal, while he's running around grabbing the ball, big up to this kid, man. Let's move on from him, though, because if we stick to him, we'll stay here all night. Okay, so
one thing I'd like to say before, because unfortunately I got to go, Patrick, but
yeah, go ahead, man.
Go back and watch how Haaland celebrates Alvarez scoring and vice versa. Like,
Well, I've noticed that.
the-
I've noticed that as well.
you know what I mean? Like, it's not. It's if there's a competitiveness between them, it's a healthy one, right? They're pushing each other and they celebrate each other when they score. It's none of this selfish partnership that you're seeing, and you love to see it. I'm gonna continue watching the show, but thanks for having me on, man.
Now, just shout
No
out
worries,
your channel,
Vito.
man. Before you go,
Shout
just
out.
shout out your channel, man.
Before I go, Vader Games TV, simple search in YouTube, Vader Games TV. I have an episode once a week that I will be dropping on Saturday. Why always me? Follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, and I appreciate everything. And like
Big up.
this channel right now. Like this channel right now. Thanks, man.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Yeah, guys, go
Big up,
subscribe to
Vito, man.
the
Big up,
games.
Vito,
Thank you very
man.
much,
Yo,
Vito, man.
take care, brother.
Okay,
Take care,
here
man.
we are, guys. One of the most hated man this season. Unfortunately, Adam is not
Yeah.
here. The biggest Riyad Mahrez hater. Guys, I think 2 assists and 2 goals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't smoke. The 2 guys who we smoked this season. By the way, I don't blame City fans. We smoked Riyad Mahrez and Grealish for the right reasons. They have become the 2 informed players who are carrying us at the moment. What are your thoughts? Mahrez is going to top goal scorers. He's actually going second to top goal scorers for City again. And he's done this multiple seasons where he's been a top goal scorer, either top or second top goal scorer.
I wouldn't say I'm shocked, right? I think we all know Mahrez's ability, right? I think our biggest criticism of Mahrez has always been effort, especially tracking back. Right. Going forward, we all know what Mahrez can give you. Those moments of brilliance. We've seen it with free kicks, right? Even against we've seen it so many times, right? And we know that he has it within him. So we know normally Mahrez is a the second half of the season player. If you go look at the previous this is normally the time he comes alive. Starts very slow. It's also age is catching him. But this guy's brilliance, man. Shout out to him for having the mentality that regardless of all the criticism, he still decides to be like, you know what, let me be the man to lead the attack. And that's what we need from him, right? Especially him coming to the latter parts of his career. And man, big up to Mahrez, man. You can see he inspired the comeback. He came out ready for this, man. Shout out to him, man. And we expect more from him. This shouldn't be the end.
And when he's in this form, he's unstoppable. When he's on this, and there was another one where Alvarez made a dummy run and he was unselfish, but Mahrez could have backed that one too. But man, big up, man. Like, guys, at the beginning of the season, we criticized Mahrez for the right reasons and Jack, but I'm not gonna say anything because Mahrez, I'm a fan of him, Hamza, so I'm not gonna apologize. I think the only apology has to come from Adam, who's got a personal vendetta against Mahrez. But you know what? Maybe let's apologize to Jack very soon, but not today. We'll apologize to Jack very soon because Jack is cooking. But Mahrez, man, big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up to you, man. I made a video about Mahrez, guys, years ago, talking about why this guy is a better, is respected in Africa more than Salah, because this guy is a baller, man. This guy is what will go down one of the biggest ballers in the Prem. Don't forget, Mahrez carried Leicester City to a Prem. That's Leicester City.
Even Algeria.
What has Salah done? I know people, Algeria to AFCON, and it was in Salah's backyard. It was in Egypt. I know Liverpool fans will come after me and say UCL. Mahrez got us to a UCL final still. So it's still balancing. Anyway, guys, let me see these comments here. Guys, we also have to talk about Nathan Ake, how he's been the most stable defender we have. Mahrez assist, also 2 unselfish move. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, 1 assist and it's 2 goals. Wow, Mahrez is really king of England, man. Big up to you, man. Big up. Mahrez is back. Yeah, I am not surprised Mahrez form turned when he got a good break and got his mental back. Now his class is showing. Yeah, man. Class is permanent, as they always say. Patrick, today we saw Mahrez being direct and dangerous, running at people. Same with Grealish. That's what I want from my wingers. It's simple. This is what we want. This is what we've been saying, Hamza, that we just want them to be direct. And you see, Jack has stopped cutting in a lot. Have you noticed that? He's now going at the wingers and taking them on.
And that's it.
Oh, gone, gone.
No.
Oh yeah, basically I
That.
was gonna say this point actually to Vito when he was here because I was saying obviously I was speaking. He said go ahead and I forgot. It was this point. I feel like Pep allows the wingers to be free. Yeah, when KDB's not on the pitch. Have you guys noticed this?
Mm.
Because when KDB's on the pitch, yeah, Mahrez doesn't really take people on as much. He'll just turn back and give it to KDB and let KDB do the job, cross it in or whip it in, whatever. He doesn't. He doesn't have that
but
freedom.
isn't that every player? It seems like it's every player though, isn't it?
It's every player, of
No,
course.
It
No,
looks
of course.
like
Hamza.
yeah.
It's with Grealish as well. It's with Grealish as well. Like you can see, Grealish was taking people on this game, and when Bernardo and KDB are together, Grealish and Mahrez can't do their thing. The wingers can't do their thing. Foden as well. They can't take people on really. They do here and there, but majority of the time they'll turn back and use the midfielders. And I feel
Yeah,
like with Pep,
but do you think
Pep needs
it's also the players themselves?
it's the players themselves as well, but it's the system as well because we have changed it, Patrick. You can tell. It's a good thing that we're doing well. We're doing better now. Obviously, after Tottenham, it's good. But I feel like Pep needs to figure out now when you've got KDB and Bernardo playing, or if it's not Bernardo, it's just KDB in general. If you've got KDB playing, are you still going to let Mahrez be free as much, or are you going to tell him turn back and give it back to De Bruyne again?
Hamza.
Because he
I
needs
don't
to
think he
figure it
tells
out.
them though. I think it's the players
No.
themselves.
I think I can't lie. No. It can't be.
Hamza.
These guys. Look, our players are world class. Our team's world class. But if we're gonna keep it real, we'll keep it a buck. Pep's players, every players, even at Bayern Munich, even at Barcelona, apart from Messi, they're all robots. If you don't listen to Pep, you're not playing. Like if you
There's
have
a comment here though.
it's
There's
true
a
though.
comment, Hamza. Does this go with what you're going? That Patrick, notice how the handbrake only comes off second half. Even versus Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, he told Jack and Mahrez to come on, but be direct, not recycle. Continue, Hamza.
Yeah, like he told
Hamza,
them,
before you go on, can I correct
and
something,
they did.
Hamza?
Yeah, go on.
The thing is this: it's not that he prevents them from being free. The thing is this, right? If a player, because now thing, the Brenner vacates the midfield to go to the wing, right? So
Yeah,
now
he
you can't
goes
have
into the right wing position. Yeah,
right. So now you can't have two players who are free at that particular moment. It's more like, okay, if the Brenner stays, you can go, but if the Brenner goes, you can't go
yeah,
because then
100%. Yeah,
create space. So it's not that it's more of, okay, you have to watch the movement of of the players around you, and that dictates what movement you allowed in that moment. So if for example Mahrez, because the Brenner switches both wings, right? If De Bruyne goes to the left, it means Grealish has to stay a bit inner to cover for De Bruyne in case the ball is lost, because De Bruyne will take a risky pass. So it's not that they're robots, but basically you just have to understand the movements of the guys around you, and then based on what movement they do, it
yeah,
determines what you can or can't do. So
100%. I agree.
so for example, when Gundogan is there, he's not gonna go to the wing, so you are free to go.
Yeah, yeah. I know
Okay,
what you mean. I
so
know what you mean.
okay, so let me before we close, guys, guys who are watching, like the vid. There's about 60 of you watching. Like the vid, guys. Like the vid. Please like the video. It's good to like the video. Most of you keep coming these days. This is what's interesting me. You keep coming back. Twitter keeps telling me you keep coming back. So you like what you're watching. Like the vid, and thank you very much, guys, for liking the vid. And thank you, guys, to all the people. I appreciate the people who have been liking the vids, commenting, the people who've helped the channel grow. It's 1.637 now. It's growing. It's going to go to 2K by the end of next month. I'm sure of that because of your support. I appreciate your support so far. But guys, let me ask this before we close this show. Do you think today is the spark we need to go on a run this season? I'll start with you, Don't Smoke.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's not too often for Pep to be that vocal and show that amount of emotions, right? Because every time we go on a run, there's always a triggering point. I think the United loss, especially with Pep, and the way that we lost by being cheated by VAR. Pep is like, you know what, we need to do this by ourselves, because that's the message I realized, that it's not what Forget the officials. You need to do this on your own. And I was happy with that second half performance, man. We needed that. Based on the previous performances, no, like we needed that, right? I think even the fan base, if you, it's all positive everywhere around. I've been around. It's positive, and again, that will even translate to the players. Trust me, next game we're gonna come out with our chest pumping. You're on mute.
Yeah, we needed that win. We definitely, you're right about that. It's going to transfer positive energy. What about Hamza? What do you think? Do you think today's win is going to start off a winning run? Oh, it's the spark we needed this season because the belief was going. Let's not lie. I said when we were 2-0 down, I was like, my God, maybe it's one of those seasons that things are going to be bad.
You know what it is, Patrick, right? Respectfully, Tottenham, I think, okay, I think it's a good boost because we need it. Because obviously we've not been great these past few games, and I think it's a good boost, don't get me wrong. But I think we shouldn't get a bit carried away. I think we need to relax a bit. You know why?
Yeah, but this could have also been Tottenham's spark. You know what I mean, Hamza?
No, Patrick, I know it's good for the team. It's good for the club.
Mm.
I know. This is what we need. And I feel like we will do well. I think we'll do better. But we still need to stay focused, and we still need to be wary about the mistakes that we've been doing in the past. We can't get carried away. I feel like we can, but then we can't, because at the end of the day, Tottenham, in the top 6, nobody has been 2-0 down in the first half and lost the game in the top 6.
Yeah.
That's a fact. It was in the game. And
yeah, but I've also heard that
this
season when City are 2-0 down, they've made comebacks.
Yeah, of course.
One of the teams that have made all comebacks, yeah.
Of course, yeah, and I appreciate that. And like, obviously, we know the comebacks are amazing. It's hard to do. I'm not saying it's easy to do. It's very hard to, and that's why we're the best team in the league. We're the best team in England because we show that we're the comeback kings. But we need to we can't get too carried away, because I feel like it's just Tottenham. I feel like I want to see it now. In the next big game we have, like for example, we've got Arsenal in the FA Cup. Okay, it's an FA Cup. Maybe we might play a weaker team. Who knows? We don't know. Pep might play a weaker team. Like if we lose to Arsenal, I'm not gonna say, oh, we're back to where we were before. No, I want to get tested. I'm hungry. I want to play a big team. I want to play against them and get tested, because that's when I'll know that, you know what, that's when I can be reassured. I am reassured now. I'm happy for the team, but we need to take it to the next level, because I want that. I'll be honest with you, Patrick. I've said this, yeah. I've said it to many people, Don as well. I want the Champions League, innit? I want the Premier League, but I want the Champions League more. It's time now. And we need to raise the ranks now. Just keep winning, stay focused. But another thing, we have had injuries. Like Ruben Diaz and Stones, I feel like is our best partnership.
Yeah, now they're back. Yeah,
Patrick, we have had a bit of, like, we've missed out a bit, haven't we? Like, you can admit that. I know we have had injuries. You know what I mean? So we can't be really harsh on the team. Like we you know, they've had injuries. Like, they're humans at the end of the day as well. Like, you can't. What they do, they work hard all the time. 4 out of 5 league titles going towards the end. You don't see a team do that. You don't see many teams do that. Like,
no, you're
before,
right. Look at Liverpool.
You know what I mean? So yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, the last time we saw,
relax.
but the last time we saw things like that, was with Man United and Fergie. But I don't like to say the name. I don't like to speak about that club. But you know, do you see what I'm saying, though, Patrick?
No. I get you. Look, guys, it was a nice win. I was sweating after the 2 goals in the first half. I was like, not again. But the boys stepped up. I think when we stepped up our game, we saw the Man City that plays fast football, good passing football. The great game today, we were just lucky. I like the hunger the players showed in the second half. That's good, Richard. I also like the hunger. On that note, guys, like the video.
Patrick, one sec. One quick point I forgot to mention about the game. In the first half, we weren't as physical as we were in the second half. We weren't going in for the tackles. Obviously, Rico Lewis was, but as a team, we weren't physical enough in the first half.
We're too soft. Yeah, we're too soft.
And in the second half, we got physical. I'm telling you now, these players need to start getting more physical now. Beef because the
Yeah.
Premier League, all these teams are physical. They rough us up. We end up.
Yeah,
we
did
start
you-
off. Have you noticed? We start off soft. We're not as physical, but we're really techie on the ball. We keep the ball, which is
Yeah,
very
did
good.
you? There was a
We're not
tweet. There was a tweet. Yeah, there was a tweet by Geno saying, Pep already said it to the team that make sure you're tight to Haaland and Son. Don't give them time to think, especially not Haaland, Kane. And he shouted at Akanji, and you saw Akanji say being aggressive with Kane. He says, "Don't be soft with him." Apparently, he was going like go behind him and make sure
Yeah, they were
you're present.
fouling us all the time.
Yeah.
They
So
were rough.
on that note, guys, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Appreciate it. I'm gonna do a video reaction to the Pep's press and the interview after the game because McLaren asked for that. I'm gonna do it tomorrow or anytime I have time. I'll do it. Don't forget about that. But on that note, guys, goodbye.
Peace.
Cheers, guys.